Welcome to our very last Football Friday of the regular season. It's hard to believe we're almost to postseason play in South Dakota and Iowa. It's already begun in Minnesota.
This is Mark Oven, and I'm Zach Borg. Tonight's show throughout the season brought to you by Paul's Place in Canton. And tonight, the KDLT crew got to 10 games.
Busy tonight. We start with the brand new #1 team in 11 AAA football, the Washington Warriors. Boy, have they turned their season around this year from the last couple of years.
That guy played on some #1 teams.
Yeah, I think so too. They played the first game of that doubleheader out at Howard Wood Field tonight, moving past Roosevelt into the top spot, and they got off to a great start. Jack Skelhaus with the touchdown there that made it 15-0. Now watch this defensive play, the tip drill. It's picked off by Jack Bren, who returns it all the way for the touchdown. He makes it in. It's 22-0, and we're just kind of getting started here. Beautiful night out at the Wood tonight. It's going to be Skelhaus this time to the air, finding Isaiah Hall for the touchdown, and the Warriors would roll in this one. Your final score, 42-0.
The nightcap between the Brandon Valley Lynx going for back-to-back wins over Sioux Falls teams against Lincoln. First quarter, Lincoln goes 7 minutes and more on their opening drive. Corey Fichter bowls his way into the end zone at 7-0. Now Brandon Valley answers with a 7-minute opening possession of their own, which ends in the second quarter when Alex Waltner scrambles and scores. It's 7-all. And again, these two teams have only had one possession each, 14 minutes worth of time. Lincoln takes over. Fichter on the run. Great strip by Bryce Christie. Ball pops free. Lynx get their hands on it. That would lead to a field goal. It was 10-7. Just before half, Lincoln with a little desperation, less than a minute to go. Cole DeBerg pumps, throws deep. Guess who he's going for? Lee Ransom, favorite target, and
He's a good one.
Off to the races. He can't quite get in the end zone, but it would set up another field goal. We were tied at half. Final score in this one, it was a good one, as Lincoln won it 24-19. Yeah. Over to the MAC, the O'Gorman Knights tried to help their record-setting coach Steve Keeter win number 286 against Huron. Just 52 seconds in after a turnover. Watch Boston Bauer. Where'd he go? Looks like he stopped, right? Nope. Touchdown. It's 6-0. O'Gorman. Ensuing possession. Hyland Hines for the quarterback for Huron does a great job avoiding the sack. Probably shouldn't have thrown the football. How about the athleticism of Nick Walker? He takes it back all the way for the touchdown. It's 13-0. O'Gorman, next possession for the Knights. Steve Keeter going to dial up a short little pass play on 3rd and long. You know, this isn't supposed to go for, maybe 5-10 yards, unless you have Antonio Casiello. He just turns on the juke stick and goes 71 yards for the touchdown. 20-0 at that point. Your final in this one, 51-0 Knights roll.
Now, two teams with title hopes in 11 AA met up at Harrisburg tonight where the Tigers hosted Brookings. Bobcats were up 14-0 in the third, but Jacob Clemmy is going to punch it in. Tigers get on the board. That jump starts their game. Brookings looking to answer, but they could not handle the punt. Tigers get the ball back, and they've got all the momentum now. They would capitalize on the turnover as Kane Kittleson is going to fall into the end zone, and we have a tie game, and Harrisburg principal Kevin Lean, who's the man, he's pretty happy with this. Yeah,
also cheerleader
clapping
too.
for his
Great
team.
Job.
Tigers try to finish things off in regulation, but Brookings' Mitchell McKibben sends the game to overtime with a pick right down near the goal line. Brookings would score, miss the extra point, and then Clemmy scores again. They make the extra point. Let's go to your scoreboard. Harrisburg with your win, 21-20 in overtime. Pure beats Mitchell. #1 Governors back to 6-2. Washington with a shutout. They're now 7-1. They'll play Roosevelt next Thursday night. Riders are rolling at Rapid City Central. Lincoln beat Brandon Valley 24-19, and you saw the highlights. O'Gorman over Huron 51-0. That is number 286 for Steve Keeter.
On to the 11A ranks where the...
Two more. Yankton also won. The Bucks 5-3, and Watertown wins 20-12. Sorry.
No problem. My bad. On to the 11A ranks where the top-ranked Madison Bulldogs tried to keep their record perfect at T tonight. A lot of Madison early in this one. Brody Fredrickson punches it home for the Bulldogs, who take a 7-0 lead. Next, Madison drive would stall out, but the Bulldogs resort to some trickeration. Fake punt, Jaden Yonke with the catch, and he is gone.
That worked.
70 yards to the house. It's 14-0 Bulldogs. But, Madison's been tested a lot the last couple of weeks, and T would be up for this one. The Titans driving late in the first half. Peyton Conrad finds Adam Hyen for the big gain. T would fail to score, but they would recover and get a safety after they came up short. It was 14-2 at this point. What a game this ended
They
up being.
actually led 29-22.
Yeah, they led in the fourth quarter. Final score, it was 32-29. Madison gets the victory.
All right, another team that is gaining steam in 11A is West Central. Imagine that. Paul Heiner tells us how they did tonight against Tri-Valley.
Well, Mark, Kent Mueller's team always seems to get better as the season progresses. That's why they've won 12 straight titles. Tonight, they played just up the street at Tri-Valley. Believe it or not, these two teams haven't played in almost a decade. We'll pick it up in the first quarter. The Trojans jump out to a 7-0 lead after that short touchdown from Jordan Luth. But the Mustangs respond. Get your popcorn ready for this one. Zach, this had better be on Gridiron Greatness on Sunday. Did you see that?
That play alone deserves
It's Landon Freeman. Unbelievable move.
He's
Can
a
we
free man.
Can we see it again? Is that okay if we watch this
Sure,
again?
look at that.
Avoids
How
the
did he
face mask.
escape that?
Mark, Dion Lewis for the Patriots against
Yeah.
the Cowboys last weekend. That's what it looked like. Muscles his way into the end zone.
How did you shoot that in slow motion?
Unbelievable play. West Central, they'd put together a very West Central-like drive. It capped off by a short touchdown run from Jonah Rechtenbaugh. The Mustangs, that put them up 14-7. The Mustangs try and tie things up before the end of the first half, but Justin Siebert would have none of it. West Central goes on to win 24-14.
The game of the night in Wessington Springs between arch rivals. In recent years, this has been a premier matchup, and tonight was simply no exception. Opening drive, the Blackhawks of Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central block the punt. John Whitty recovers it, and Landon Ochsner takes it in. The Blackhawks take a 6-0 lead. Wolsey-Wessington ranked number 1. The home team ranked number 2, so that's what was on the line tonight, a lot, in addition to bragging rights. The Warburgs on the next drive score. Darian Ojun-Gemalusi takes it for the touchdown, or actually takes it down to the 1-yard line. Then Hunter Johnson's going to score the touchdown, ties the game up at 6-6. In the second, though, the Blackhawks will drive inside the 5, and Trinity Brunson's going to score to put them up 13-6 at halftime, and they go on to win 20-6 in a much lower scoring game than I expected.
The Parker Pheasants have had an excellent season, and tonight they hosted the much improved Baltic Bulldogs. Pick this one up in the third quarter. Sam Clark gets the ball, breaks free from a tackle, and is into the end zone for a 15-yard score. 26-18, Bulldogs on top. Baltics gets the ball right back. Their other good running back, Caden Wolf, that's howling good. He's going to take it 33 yards before they finally are able to gang tackle him. That sets up Austin Rowe, who punches it in from a yard out, and Baltic, much improved, like you said, 50-26.
They're having a really good year. The Chester Flyers are pretty good, too. In fact, they were undefeated when they took the field tonight in Irene. Would it be a good night, Irene, for Chester? I think it would be, yeah. Cole Anderson gets the handoff and scores. It's 7-0. Then on defense, how about this? Austin Eppert interception. Wow, that was great. He is tripped up, but still tumbles into the end zone. That makes it 13-0, and Caleb Ike is also going to make a great cutback on this. That should be on Gridiron Greatness as well. Into the end zone, 19-0, your final 60-7 Chester.
Well, last Friday night, Josh Brown scored 7 touchdowns, and Del Rapids St. Mary had 78 points as a team. Tonight, they were at Colman-Egan after a physical first quarter. Check out this punt return by Mr. Brown. This is one of the many things he did for the Cardinals tonight. Splits the middle, makes a couple of cuts, and he keeps on going. This would set up a score as Del Rapids St. Mary, that offense has been cruising along. Next play, Christian Schneiders, who limped through pain all night with a 1-yard touchdown. This makes it 20-0 St. Mary. They go on to win by a final of 38-16.
All right, there's your Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central win over Wolsey-Wessington. Baltic again, and Chester both win along with West Central and Madison. Langford rolls to 7-0, number 1 Lions. Winner rolls to 7-0, both identical scores. Roncalli 7-0. Cologne knocks off, they win tonight. They're 7-0. Little Wound and St. Thomas More both win, along with Harriet Selby. Canastota now 7-0. Sioux Falls Christian wins. They're 7-1. Spearfish a victory tonight. Beersford and Bonham both win, along with Corsica Stickney knocking off undefeated Scotland tonight. Gayville-Vollen wins 55-zip. Lennox a big win. Canton a big win as well. Also, it was Del Rapids and Clark Willow Lake winning. Mount Vernon, Plankinton, and Hanson win as well. Dubrook and Gregory victorious, along with Highmore Herald and DeSmet. High-scoring game there, and Hamlin beats Britton Hecla 38-14. For all the scores, check our website. About a half an hour. We got more sports right after this.